very much for allowing us to do this case on Bhumi and IT cold storage. I think our case participants will be very interested in your views on why you took some of these steps. What are some of the turning points in your the history of this organization? Could you tell us very briefly sort of the history of Bhumi and Indraprastha cold storage?
The cold storage has a very old history. It was started in 1940 by my grandfather and all that. But we were very much like the other cold storages, which you see all around. Right till up to 2000. Around there, we saw that the whole industry was sort of going downhill. Because more cold storages were coming up, there was a lot of competition and some desperation among the cold storage owners, and that was resulting in price cutting, cutting corners. And if the cold storages were not doing a good job, that means they couldn't expect good remuneration. So they were in a sort of vicious circle. We had got into a sort of vicious circle. We were constantly just spiraling down. And we thought that the only way to break out of this was to completely sever our relations, with the rest of the competition. And that is to become something entirely different. And not to run in the herd, sort of say, to leave the herd and make our own path, separate path. And to do that, we diversified into the latest technologies like controlled atmosphere, and then we further upgraded it to ULO, that's ultra low oxygen. To my understanding, I think we are the first successful CA cold storage in India, and also the first ULO. Now we also diversified into deep freezing activities. We diversified into gas controlled rooms where we put in technology that was used by NASA. This technology allowed us to keep stuff much fresher for much longer by eliminating things like ethylene gas and all the pathogens from the air. So by such active things, we strove to make ourselves entirely different from the existing crowd.
So what you're saying is the whole industry was sort of becoming commoditized.
Right.
Price wars and so on. And so you decided to separate yourself from the pack and offer a different set of services at a much higher quality level. On year 2000 or 2001, you decided that you wanted to separate yourself from the pack and sort of play your own competitive field, create your own competitive landscape. Tell us a little bit about the logic behind how you went about doing it and the emotions behind such a drastic step, being a family-owned company.
Yes, that was very tough. And it was very interesting in retrospect. When we thought of doing all this, there was a big price tag to it all. And we tried to do a little bit of homework by speaking to customers, asking them whether they'd be ready to pay a higher charge if we came in with much higher quality. But strangely, everywhere we got negative answers. Because the customers, being in a very competitive field, didn't want to commit to be paying higher. Because they were all the time squeezing us for lower prices all the time anyway. So this was completely anathema to them, to think of higher prices. So we got no from everywhere. And so then it boiled down to a sort of analytical analysis of this matter. And if you, at a leap of faith, if you will, sort of had some element of that too. We sort of decided that no, this is not true. The feedback we are getting from the market is not really correct. it's motivated by certain things, and if we do a better quality job, we can surely get commensurate revenue, and of course leave the pack, which was made clear to everyone that is our top priority, we leave the pack, to sort of differentiate ourselves. So now then also in my family, my father and my brother, who are partners with me, being a family concern, were not at all ready to go along with these ideas. So consequently, I had to raise money myself on my own, from my in-laws and from my friends, from banks, and really it was putting myself on the line, my credibility on the line, and in the family. But we did that. As you know, I have very good staff, the best anybody could hope for. More like family. They are a family. We are all a family. So I had a lot of support from everyone around me. So we did that. We took the risk. And for some time it was a bit of a touch and go situation. Because we had invested a huge amount of money, and when we went to the market to get the price and to get a higher rate, it was not forthcoming. And the market, there are politics in everything. A lot of these, our customers had sort of grouped together, thought that if we hold out long enough, these people will become desperate and capitulate, and we get everything really cheap again. And so we had to figure out how to handle this. So we tried to educate them on the one hand, and on the other hand, when we saw that our education was not really breaking much ground, we were not really getting ahead much. So very tense time during that period of 2002, when the cartel was in effect against us, and they were all waiting for us to capitulate, and our position was becoming more and more desperate by every passing day. And one day I put on my the radio in my car, and there was this very old traditional Hindu devotional song playing there, which says that which talks about really an elephant who goes to drink water, is caught by an alligator, and a big fight ensues between the two. And when the elephant is just about pulled into the water, he calls to God for help, and God comes and delivers him. So the Hindi version was something like this: ki naat kaan duban lage, Krishna ko pukare, Dwarika mein shabd gayo, shor bhayo hare. That is that when his nose and ears started going underwater, the elephant called out to the Lord, and his voice reached the Lord's abode, and there was cry there that, oh, we've lost, the good guys are losing. And that is certainly not possible. So God immediately takes up his, with all his instruments, he goes there to deliver this devotee. So that song gave me some strength at that time.